everybody, this is Casey Spiritual Corner. I am here to do your tarot and talk for 9/24/2020. Yes. We'll see who's around tonight. Hello, Divine Universe. How you doing tonight, hon? Georgia Peach. Darlene. Okay, now Georgia Beach, you do know I won't do a reading for you tonight because you had one this morning. Oh, only one free one a day. It's good that you're here, though. Hey, Tiffany. So I got it a few in this morning and got 4 new subscribers this morning. So maybe I need to do that a little more often. Okay. Well, you know you're always welcome, hon. You're always welcome. I'm surprised I had a lady, a person from England last night that said that they go back in and watch all of them. Divine Universe, you got a question, hon? So how is everybody tonight? Hey, Tracy. What's your question tonight, Divine Universe? I'm so glad to see you guys. Puppies are like that. Puppies are like that. So it's a boy, yeah? We are just doing tarot and talk. So if you have any spiritual questions, have them ready. Thank you for liking, hon. I always appreciate that. The more likes you give, then the more they share the videos. So it was interesting the other night. 2 nights ago, we had a bunch of trolls. And they left a bunch of thumbs down. So, yeah, they weren't. So they must have been legitimate accounts. Sushi, how you doing, honey? Divine Universe, did you want a reading? If not, Darlene does. Did we lose Divine Universe? Oh, I got a bunch of running around done. I got to the cardiologist and got my 6-month checkup. So, oh, honey, I'm sorry you had a crappy day. So put that in the bubble. My blood pressure's normal. My heart rate's slow because I have AFib. And he talked to the kidney specialist. The kidney specialist says, well, I think her kidneys are strong. It's just that they had me on a medication that the kidneys were supposed to like. I'm an empath. Empaths are sensitive to things. I told him that I couldn't take any, I think he said it was an ACE inhibitor. I said, I can't take ACE inhibitors. And they put me on it anyway. They didn't tell me it was an ACE inhibitor. So then that created a reaction in the kidneys. So that's why I was down sick for 6 weeks. So, and Libras have problems with their kidneys anyway. So they just have to check me. Between the two of them, I'm going to be having blood tests every 3 months. So, well, I think we lost Divine Universe. Darlene, my dear, do you have a question tonight? So it was interesting this afternoon. I think out of the 11 readings I did, most of them were about a career. And I think 3 of them were about love. Girl, I still think, okay, you still got some things to learn. You still got some things to work on. Okay? And I think part of that process is going within and knowing yourself. Okay? Finding that own spiritual authority. Setting some boundaries. Once you do that, there's something very passionate, very creative coming in, okay? But you are moving forward out of troubled waters into smoother waters. Lots of cleansing and clearing going on. Okay? That's where you're learning a lot of things too. And going within and finding out who you are and what you want. It's waiting for you. Waiting for you. Hi, Legal Pill Pusher. Sorry, everything locked up last night 3 times. Three times last night. Okay, Darlene. Okay. Oh my gosh, girl. Okay. All of us ladies are going to send you some love, hon. Okay, we're all going to send you some love. And yes, the bubble technique works. Tracy's familiar with the bubble technique. Yes. We're all sending you love, hon. Casey, how are you tonight? Okay, Tiffany, do you have a question, hon? Love the next 3 months. Are you serious, Casey? What do you mean the bubble technique saved your life? You're welcome, Darlene. Okay, ladies, you need to tell me about what happened with the bubble technique. I'm glad. See, this is why I put it up there. So you guys would have a tool to help yourselves, you know? I'm glad you guys are using it. Oh, you had a headache for 3 days? Are you lacking magnesium, hon? Are you under a lot of stress? Lack of magnesium will cause headaches. I don't want to do that. Okay. So the next 3 months, I show the Strength card. Hi, Priscilla. Strength card, hon. Okay. Forming that bonding, forming that relationship. Okay. Forming that connection and standing strong together. I'm happy, Sushi. I'm happy it helped. Okay. I'm sincerely happy that it helped. So here you are, Tiff. You're walking away from carrying everybody else's burdens. Okay? That's good. You're pulling your energy back. You're setting some boundaries. Now you're ready to walk off. Okay? You're ready to walk off and start your own new life. Okay? Now, I show the Page of Wands. That's the very early beginnings of something very passionate, very creative. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Sushi. I'm glad to hear that. Okay? But this is the very early beginnings of that passion. What are you going to create together, okay? Now, I don't know what's going on, but I have the Seven of Swords. That can be lies, deceit. Okay? I don't think, yeah, you're on the list, Tracy. You're next. In fact, you're next, Tracy. Okay. This talks about somebody ghosting you. Okay? But it could be lies, deceits, disruption. Normally, with the other decks, I would say this is somebody walking away from a situation with regret. Yeah. But this guy's a real scoundrel, okay? And then this is somebody being hard on themselves. But I think this person is evolving into the Queen of Wands. Somebody that knows who they want, where they're going, that's turning into a real mover and shaker in the world, okay? Make sure everybody's needs are met. All the appointments are made. They're very enthusiastic about life, okay? Does that make sense, hon? I was just puzzled why that pulled up, but it's almost like it's two parts of the question. So there's been a major shift. Yeah. Okay, Tracy, honey, what's your question? Did that make sense, Tiff? And guys, she's got the cutest puppy. Yeah, yeah. She's got a wolf hybrid puppy, and he is so cute. Looks just like a Malamute, not a husky, a Malamute. I don't like this deck. So just remember, Sushi, to clear any anxiety you have around the test, okay, hon? How old is he, Tiffany? Okay. Okay. I don't think you're done, but I think he needs to open up. Okay, I have the Page of Wands. This is the very early beginnings of passionate communication. I have the Three of Wands. This is forward movement. This is forward movement. Okay, this is moving into stability. And this tells me this person is open to receiving. But at the same time, somebody else is here, the Five of Coins. Okay, this is somebody that has a fear of losing everything. Okay, they're trying to hold on to what they got. They're holding their cards close to their chest, and they're not open to giving and receiving at this moment. But I do show the King of Swords. Once he opens up, I really think once he opens up, hon, we have the King of Swords. He needs to mature into this King of Swords. Does he have a tendency to be quiet, hon? And very observant? Now, I want you to watch for messages from Spirit. Pay attention to the animals that are around you. Pay attention to the synchronicities that are going on. Is he going through some spiritual growth also? Because this card can also represent spirituality. Not just being in his head, not just thinking real hard about things, okay? Being a little bit detached, but I think that Spirit is working on him also. He's working on his spirituality. And I think that's part of the twin flame thing is you guys are triggering each other. So what I've been doing is just letting him go and putting him into, he's supposed, that's what I'm saying. He's not open right now. Girl, this could be a years-long process. That's the problem. Okay? But he's got to mature into that king. He's got to mature into that King of Swords before anything's going to happen. Okay? I'm sorry. That's my thing. Okay? He's younger than me. He acts like we got time. Well, this man was so damaged that I don't know. But it's like he's supposed to be waking up. But I don't know. Hello to Leah. Mine's 14 years younger. My second husband was 13 years younger than me. Oh my God. That was crazy. He was still a baby when we got married. Oh. Okay. We can do that. Okay, now it took a few minutes for Elle to show up as a mod last night, hon. Well, that's my thing. I want somebody I could spend the next 20 years of my life with in a loving, caring reunion to make up for the freaking... Okay, well, we'll be here for a while, hon. You can come back and join us. You know, I spent 28 years of my life in bad marriages. And I think I should at least have 20 years of happiness coming. I'm negotiating that with the universe. Yeah, you see how old I am. I don't have all the time in the world. I kind of wondered if I was going to crash in July. Yeah. When I went into kidney failure, heart failure, and lung failure in July, it's like, is this it? Am I never gonna get to experience a good relationship in this lifetime? I want to complete it all in this lifetime because I don't want to have to come back again. You know? And my numerology number is 11, which is a teacher. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I never thought I'd be doing this. Yeah. I think a lot of us came in specifically for what is happening in this lifetime. Okay? Yeah. Not an easy path. Yep. 11 is not an easy path. Okay. Legal pill pusher. What's your question, hon? 11. So, your birth date, Elle. Add up all the numbers of your birth date. How you doing tonight? So, yeah, add up all the numbers of your birth date, and if it's a double digit number, add them together, and that'll tell you what your birth path is. Unless it's 11, a 33, or a 44. Those numbers aren't supposed to be broken down. 11, 33, and 44. So yours is 11. Isn't that funny? I'm happy you're here, Casey. Being 11 is a teacher, a spiritual teacher. So now you got me curious. Elle, add your birthday. See, Darlene, it's taken a while to make you a mod. It did the same thing last night to Elle. It took probably about a half an hour for it to. Priscilla, add. See, you're an 11 too. That's like 5 of us that are number 11s. No wonder we have such an awesome group. So L add, okay, you're an 11, past 11, yeah. So, hey Leo, how are you tonight? It's always good to have male energy in here. So Leo, what's your life path number? I'd probably say 11 or a 33. You think he's a 1? Okay, but okay, it's a 6, but does it add up to 33 and then you break it down to 6? Okay, add your birth date together. Add your birth date together. Casey, add your birth date together. You guys are funny. Okay, let's see what legal pill pusher needs to know. You guys just add your birthday together. That's all you got to do. What's going on with legal pill pusher? Oh, yeah. You're a 3? Isn't that funny? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. Yep. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, something very passionate. The month and the day and the year. Okay? Someone very passionate, very creative. Okay? Someone that is full of fire. The thing is, knights don't always stay the long term. You know, things could have a tendency to fizzle out. Now, this is the law of attraction. Okay? Pay attention to the energy that you're putting out into the universe. If you're worrying about things, you're going to draw things to you to worry about. If you're focusing on the gratitude, then the universe is going to give you more things to be grateful for, okay? So pay attention to your thoughts. See, I told you you're awesome, Casey. Pay attention. Now, we have another knight. So the first knight is passionate. He's creative. I think this person's very, very serious. But then I have the Knight of Swords. This could be someone quiet, detached. Could be very, very spiritual or working on their spirituality. Okay, so 3 plus 5 equals 8. So Tracy's an 8. And Priscilla, if yours adds up to 30, you would be a 3. Okay, so this is a very fast moving energy. You're a 3, yeah. Okay. Now, this person could be, okay, they're looking for truth and clarity in the situation, but this is a fast moving energy. But like I said, okay, the knights can be somebody that just moved through your life. But I think this one has more potential than the other one. Someone quiet, kind of detached, very observant, kind of stays in his head a little bit, but has deep feelings anyway. Okay? And that could bring in ultimate emotional fulfillment on all levels. Okay? Oh, so you got a 25, so you'd be a 7, Darlene. So Google numerology number 7, numerology number 8. Now, number 8 is usually a money number, hon. Yeah. Yeah, I think that the fire sign, okay, I think that the fire sign person is going to fizzle out. So focus on what you want. You're changing your birth data. Yeah. Focus on what you want, hon. You know, when you write up your list for what you would like in a man, first thing you want to write on it is you want somebody that's emotionally available. Okay? But I think that this air sign, okay, would be much more compatible with you. And I think that person will bring in happiness. It doesn't have to be an air sign. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. But it's like you're yeah, moving from one energy. As you focus on your gratitude, you're going to bring in something better for you, okay? Yeah, that's for you, legal pill pusher. Does that make sense, hon? So you just said you're a number 8. Okay, that made sense. And okay. Darlene, your life path number, if you added up all the numbers, yeah, would be 7. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I'm not a 9. I've sacrificed enough already. I'm ready to do something for me. So if you want to know what year you're in, you take, like, my birthday's 9/28, and then I would put 2020. You add up those numbers, and that tells you what year you're in and what lessons you're learning for that year. So that would be 9, 19. I'm tired. 19. So I'm in a 5-year. I okay. So an 11 can okay. An 11 can be broken down to a 2. So that's the basic. But the 11 is a spiritual number, a spiritual teacher. But so a person that's an 11/2 is going to vibrate back and forth between a 2 and 11. Same thing with a 33 number. They're going to vibrate back and forth between a 6 and a 33. Like an ace and blackjack. Okay, once you add your birthday together and break it down to one number, then Google what the numerology for that number is. It'll tell you what you came in to learn. And then, like I said, if you want to see what you were learning for this year, see, so because my birthday's next week, I'm going to be moving into the 5-year. Too much math. Okay, so Priscilla, we added your numbers together. Let me find it. What did you say your numbers added up to, hon? Priscilla, you're okay. It says Priscilla, I'm a 3. Tracy's an 8. Okay, yeah, yours adds up to 30, so you're a 3. Yeah, it's hard for me to be on here and look up the information. But like I said, if you want to find out what year you're in, you take your day and your month and add it to the current year. And that tells you what you're learning for that year. It's like, oh, 5 is nothing but change. Legal pill pusher, did that make sense, huh? No? Let me see. We got distracted. Okay, it did make sense. Yay, you're here. Casey, did you want a reading tonight, hon? So it'd be Casey, Priscilla, Talia if she comes back, Elle, and Yang. Sure, why not, she says. It just seems like all this astrology is coming at me all of a sudden. I don't know if I'm supposed to study astrology. That's such a science. There's so much in depth to that. Because if you go back and look up what your moon sign was, that determines a lot of who you was. Daisy and I looked hers up the other night, and it hit her on the T. And then you have your sun rising, your moon rising, okay? Sometimes your moon defines what you act like more than your sun sign does. And then you have something called progressed planets. The planets progress through a certain cycle through your whole life from the time they were when you were born. And a lot of people, I was reading one of the gals, she says, when you get to 29 degrees, you're ready to change into another cycle because it goes from 29 to 0. She says a lot of people come to her and say, something's coming, something's changing and shifting, and I don't know what it is. So if she goes in and looks at the progressed planets, then it shows exactly where they're going through major changes. All at 28 degrees. Wow. So, like I said, my sun, moon, rising, Neptune, and one other planet, they're all in Libra. So I'm everything from 4 degrees to 20 degrees. It's like I got the whole Libra. The whole Libra. Anything Libras are going through, I'm going through it for the whole month. The whole year. So, yeah. Okay. Casey, did you have a specific question, hon? Oh, girl, I shouldn't even ask. Okay. Ace of Wands, new life, new beginnings. Okay. Look at all that passion. Look at all that creativity. Okay. Look at all that fire. Leo fire. Now, you've got your Magician card. We all know you can manifest like crazy, girl. Okay? Now, just remember that the Magician has practiced and studied to get to where he has the ability to manifest exactly what he wants. He has the ability to manifest from the etheric into the physical. Okay? Your law of attraction card. Focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. Manifest, girl, that's what you're good at. Yeah, I need to make an appointment for that. Yeah. But yeah, keep focusing on your gratitude. I know you do. I know you're very good at that, okay? And then I have the Empress card, okay? In this deck, she's very grounded. She's very secure. She's already given new birth to life rather than being pregnant with possibilities. In this deck, she has already given birth. Yes, very blessed and thankful. But she's very loving, very caring, very nurturing, very much in touch with nature, okay? One more card. One more. King of Wands. Geez, I wonder who the King of Wands is. That's a fire sign. I wonder who that is. That's got to be Leo. Very passionate, very creative. Knows pretty much who he is. Standing tall, very successful. Okay. That makes sense, hon? Makes a lot of sense to me. Very hot, lots of passion, lots of desire. So ask the universe, you and Leo both. Universe, what can the three of us create together? What magical things can we create together? You're welcome, hon. Priscilla, what's your question tonight, hon? Yes, what grand and glorious adventures. You're a Leo too, hon? Awesome. Oh my goodness, at least you didn't put the eggplant up. I'm never going to live that down. Oh no. Oh. You guys are funny. Priscilla, are you here? Do you want a question? I scared Leon away. Oh. I don't think anything will scare Leon. He's a big boy. He scares ghosts, huh? Oh, you guys are funny. Elle, what kind of question you want to ask tonight, hon? Yeah, we need to. Casey, that shouldn't scare him. Okay, who's the Emperor, Elle? Okay, so you're an 11 too, hon? Yeah. Okay, the Emperor. Someone very successful. Someone very much in charge. Okay? I don't see Priscilla. I think Priscilla left. Okay? Um, are you having some challenges with the boss right now? Yeah, we can timestamp it for her. Are you having challenges with the boss right now, Elle? You are the boss? Okay. You never did send me anything on that new store that you're going to have. I wanted to see pictures. Okay, you're your own boss. Okay, this is someone that's in charge, someone that has a lot of responsibility, okay? Like a boss, yeah. So, what are you waiting on? Okay, you're waiting and waiting and waiting for something. but you need to change your perspective on it. There needs to be a change on how you look at the situation. Because right now you're like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and not knowing what to do. So it's time to look at it a little bit differently and act on it. You need to get out of this energy. Bubble technique. Okay. Now, I have the Page of Swords. This could be somebody watching you. Yes. So I would put that in the bubble as I'm overwhelmed. Hun, if you are, you could always ask for help. You know, if you need anything, you know, you're also a teacher, yeah. Well, yeah, especially with your daughter too. If you find yourself overwhelmed a lot, I'm only an hour away, okay? But this can be rapid communication coming in back and forth. Okay? I see these little birds and it always makes me think of Twitter. But this is the beginnings of rapid communication going back and forth, okay? Now, I have the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles. This is a person that is very successful, prosperous, abundant, has money coming in, happy family, stability, okay? So, are you starting to look at houses yet, hon? Queen of Pentacles. Are you starting to look around at houses yet? Because it's almost like there's a house waiting for you. Look at it, places in Denver. Okay. Let me see what it says about a house in Denver. Now, Denver is a little more expensive than Colorado Springs. See? Yeah. I think you'll find something because we have new life. Okay? Something that you're really, really, really going to like. Okay? Look for something in Littleton. Okay? That popped into my head. Look for something in Littleton. So that's what's popping up. But it could also be something popping up. Yeah, Littleton. Mm-hmm. And I do think this is a fire sign, so this could also be in Scorpio season. Okay, which would be toward the end of October. The end of October, the 1st of November, okay? But I do think you're going to find something that you're going to love. Okay. Is Priscilla back? She'll pop back in later. Okay, Yang. What's going on with you? Did we lose her too? I don't see her on here for a while. She helped me out this morning. Like I said, we went in. Oh, yeah. Leo, you want a reading? Are you ready for your sushi? Okay, let me do Leo's and then we'll do sushi, okay, hon? I don't want this deck. Do you have a specific question, Leo? Love or gentle or hey, Daisy. Better be an air sign. That's funny. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I have is the Eight of Wands, hon. Okay, Eight of Wands, swift moving energy, bringing in some better things. Okay? You need to let go of carrying everybody else's burdens. You need to gather up your resources and walk away from a situation. There's a couple pathways that are open to you. And it's interesting because you said your two plans, okay? So it's you've got to clear away some things first. Now, I have a Five of Pentacles. Now, you're going to have to deal with some belief systems. You're going to have to deal with some negative self-talk. You've got something that's holding you back. Is there some belief system or something that you can't manifest it, that it's not going to work? I want you to look at your negative self-talk, hon. Okay? Pay attention to what you're telling yourself, because this is a card of lack. And lack is caused by our belief systems, our points of view, and our negative self-talk. So there's something in there that you need to clear, hon, before you can move forward. So I have the Three of Swords. Now, this is heartache, disputes, arguments, separation by distance. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's still human. He's still going to have some negative self-talk, hon. You know? And men have a tendency to not talk about that negative self-talk. Okay? But there's some disputes, there's some things going on that need to be cleared. Okay? That might be part of what's holding you back. And then I have the Seven of Swords. That's lies, deceits. It's sometimes it's walking away from a situation with regrets. But with this card, I usually don't think that. Okay? Okay? But this might be somebody that ghosted you too. But it's like, okay, it's like the middle of the reading. It's like this stuff needs to be transmuted. This stuff needs to be transformed. Casey, have you taught him the bubble technique? Okay. Teaching the bubble technique. So there may be, that might help him clear out some of this stuff. Okay, so one of the things we've been talking about, and it seems like I need to talk to you about it, is everybody is going to have a different point of view about us. Because every person is going to have their point of view based on who they are. Okay? But I do show through your choices and decisions that there's going to be a transformation, because we have the death card, okay? That's transmutation. Okay. So this is changing the energy from one state to another. You are good at that. You can do that. But this is you have some choices and decisions you need to make in order to do that, okay? Let me pull from another deck. But the death card's not bad. But see, to me, the death card is you making the choices and the decisions. You are transmuting things. You are changing the energy from one thing to another. But if I hold these two together, see, there's a fast-moving energy in bringing better changes, okay, that's going to bring the end of something, the beginning of something new. But you are going to make the choices and decisions to transform that, okay? Okay, so here's your law of attraction card. Okay, what are you focusing on? I kind of get the feeling there's a push-pull going on right now. Does that make sense? No, the list is not long, Emily. Hold on. Give me, yeah, let me get through a couple more readings, okay? But I feel like there's a push-pull, so focus on what you want. This is more the wish card, hon. Focus on what you want, okay? Focus on what you want. This is more, yeah, this is you're putting out to the universe what you want. But see, at the same time, the universe is offering you something, but because of this push-pull situation, okay, there needs to be a shift and change. It's almost like you need to change your focus. Okay, yeah, cups are water. Okay, cups are water. You asked about water signs, okay? But it's yeah. Focus on what you want because of this pull situation, but yeah, at the same time, this push-pull situation is, yeah. This push-pull situation's got you distracted. So you want to pull your focus back to what you want again. Okay? Quit worrying about what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. So there's something in there. Okay. Because you've had a relationship with her, there's going to be stuff in there that's stuck in the subconscious mind. Okay? I seriously ask you to try the bubble technique. And anything that she has told you, any problems that she has given you, put them into that bubble technique and see if it doesn't clear the energy. See if it doesn't open up a clearer pathway for you. Okay? But as soon as you get past this push-pull situation, see, we have another cup. But this one's emotional fulfillment. Happy family. Okay? A bubble technique and throw away the bubble key. Okay? But it's coming. You need to clear some of the stuff that she's did. Okay? Any statements that she has told you, any trauma from her and the relationship, using the push-pull situation with the child and stuff, put them all into the bubble, hon. clear that energy. It will clear the energy in seconds. The bubble technique saves lives. Yeah. It's made some major shifts for a lot of people. I have a few comments on there. Wow, I'm going to keep using this. What a relief, you know. But everything that pops up for her, any anger that comes up toward her, anything, put it in the bubble and clear it. It can make major shifts for you, hon. It'll change the way you react to her. And when you quit reacting to her, then it just shifts the whole energy. Yeah. Does that make sense, son? Yeah, Casey knows where the bubble technique is. Yes, bubble technique. And I recommend watching the movie What the Bleep Do You Know? Sit down, have Casey watch that movie with you. Okay, it's also it's both of these are in the playlists under classes. There's the bubble technique, who does it belong to? There's some stuff on cutting cords. And there's What the Bleep Do You Know? That movie talks about energy and how the universe responds to us. It's pre-secret. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, Yang left for a few minutes. Daisy, you still here? Daisy's busy remodeling her house. Okay. And Emily was the next one after that. Did I miss anybody else besides Emily? You're welcome, hon. Yeah, I understand, you know, but just remember that you have your techniques for clearing things, but this little bubble technique clears things in seconds also, okay? I'm just asking you to give it a try. Sushi, you ready for your reading, hon? Okay. What kind of question you got, hon? Yeah, the bubble technique works awesome. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome, hon. Okay, Casey, like I recommended to Daisy, there's something out there called Natural Calm. It's a magnesium that you put into water. It's almost like an Alka-Seltzer, but it's immediately absorbable. It will help with headaches. 99% of the population is lacking magnesium, but I know that will help immediately. It clears my migraines. Okay. Yes, we have awesome people. We have awesome people a lot, though, Elle. Okay, Sushi's question. Yeah. And they do sell it in natural grocers if you have a natural grocers there. But it's less expensive on Amazon. Mayo Clinic. Oh gosh, I found this. Oh, where did it? There's lots of research out there on, I'm trying to think of the website. When I was going to college for integrative therapeutic practices, she gave us a bunch of websites to find research and find the counterindications on medications. And gosh, I'll have to look it up. I haven't had to look it up for a while, but yeah, lack of magnesium. Most of the population is lacking magnesium. Yeah. Okay, sushi. She wants to know about this job by November. Okay. I'm wondering if it's not going to be quite the job that you think it is. I do think you're going to get something, but I kind of get the impression you have magnesium cream, but there's different types of magnesium, hon. There's like 7 different types of magnesium, and each one kind of corresponds to different things. So I don't know if this will make any sense or not. Okay, it's almost like you're applying for one job with them, and you're going to get a different job. They're going to offer you something better. Okay, I do show that you are studying and learning. That you have lots of opportunities too. Yeah, that makes magnesium makes a huge difference with leg cramps. Okay, and migraines. Okay, so you have lots of options. You are learning lots of new things. It's time to focus on one thing, but you're conflicted about what you want to do. You're kind of stuck in your head. I kind of get the impression that I don't know, you're just conflicted about something. Does this make sense, hon? And then, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then I have the universe is offering something and you're looking at it, but you're not sure if you want it or not. Yeah, this is for sushi. Okay. I just keep thinking other school choices. Yeah. But see, you're being offered something, but you're not sure if you want it. Okay. Well, you didn't need to be clear. I'm just giving you the energy. I really don't have to know the question. I'm just giving you the energy so you can make choices and decisions. But this is the universe offering you something, but you're not sure if you want it or not. You're looking at it, you're contemplating it, you're thinking about it, but you're not sure if you want it. But something is coming in. Okay, something is coming in that you're going to be happy about, that you're going to be passionate about. Okay, didn't we get this card yesterday too? The Ace of Wands. You are open to receiving it. You are very passionate about what you want to do. Okay, and this is an ace. This is new beginnings. The potential is there. The opportunity is there. You just have to make some. Okay. So you're saying, sorry, I wasn't clear. It's it's almost you got the same thing for her. Yeah. And I think we pulled this card last night too. I think what you need to do is be a little more clear in your intentions and put it out to the universe. Does that make sense? You need to clarify exactly what you want to the universe. You're not clear in what you're giving out, and you need to clarify it. Does that make sense, hon? I love it when we all coordinate. You guys are so awesome. Is Yang back? Doesn't look like it. Daisy, what's your question, hon? Okay. Let me go ahead and get Priscilla since Daisy hasn't answered yet. I show 10 likes and 8 people. But I've done more readings than that already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. You're welcome. So you might want to look at it, okay? Yeah, you can ask your question, Priscilla. You smashed the like button. Yeah, I see 11 likes now too, now that Daisy slashed the button. I still show 11, yeah. So I did a live this morning and got 4 more subscribers. Yeah. So maybe I need to do some more morning ones too. $568. Yay! We got another person. Yay! Okay. Disability. You know what? Is this the first time you've applied for the disability, hon? Okay, don't give up. That's all I can tell you right now. Okay. Who's on their way out? Leo. Okay, so Priscilla, bubble technique. Get out of your head. Get out of that mental prison, okay? Start clearing any anxiety over getting the disability. What they did for me, okay? What they did for me is they denied me, and then a year and a half later, they come back and said, yes, I hope I'm on my way to 1,000. So a year and a half after they denied me, I got a phone call telling me that I was approved. They had to give me back pay. I bought a nice car. It was over 9 months though, but I bought a nice car. I needed it, okay? And the universe had it all perfectly timed out so that I did not have to. Yeah. Manifesting is 2,000. I'll be happy just to hit 1,000 because that'll open up more things that I could do for everybody. Okay, so this is, like I said, they let me know after a year and a half that I had the disability and they had to pay me back pay. But the universe had to time it just right, okay? So, but the last card's telling me don't give up, okay? You've planted the seeds for what you want, okay? You planted the seeds for what you want. It takes a while for it to grow. It takes a while for it to come into manifestation, okay? So it's almost time for the harvest. You're not quite there yet, but I do show that there is going to be some rapid communication coming in back and forth. This will be the very early beginnings of it. I think they're going to ask you for some information, and I think they're going to ask you for I don't know, maybe they're going to get you in at least to talk to the disability doctor. Okay. Okay, hold on, Daisy. Let me finish this one, okay? So here we have the Judgment card. Okay. Anything, okay, they may deny you the first time, but pursue it. Pursue it. Because this is anything that you thought was over and done with is not over and done with. You keep on them, girl. Okay. But this is an awakening. This is a renewal. This is a new beginning. Okay. So pay it. Just don't give up. Just don't let them defeat you, and don't let that anxiety get the better of you, okay, hon? And if you can use the bubble technique to help alleviate some of that anxiety, then do it, hon. Okay? Okay, Daisy wants to know about love. So it'd be Daisy and then Emily. Emily, are you still here too? My birthday's Monday. My birthday's Monday. And I was reading that Chiron goes retrograde on Sunday. And in my sign, that means I could bring somebody back from the past. We'll see. I think the past life. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to my grandson's birthday party on Saturday. The chicken. That's okay. Okay. So clear that anger, L, and visualize the money coming in. Okay. So, Daisy, I think we've talked about this. You're not ready yet. Okay? We have the Seven of Wands. You're feeling very, very defensive. You feel like you have a lot of things coming at you at once. Okay? You're still grieving, hon. What can I say? You're just not ready. You're too defensive right now. Now I have the Six of Pentacles, okay? You need to get a handle on the giving and receiving. You know, you have a big heart and you have a tendency to give and give and give. And it is okay, like when you're talking to your cousins, it is okay to ask for help. Okay? Don't be afraid of receiving. Now, you've got two pathways coming in, okay? I do think you're going to have to deal with some fears, and you're going to have to, okay, you're looking for a safe place to put your heart, okay? Yeah, thanks, Daisy. You're looking for a safe place to find your heart, but you've got to deal with the fears first, okay? I do show that the universe is opening up a couple pathways for you, okay? They're both right for you. You just have to choose what's right for you, hon. Okay? What does Daisy want? What's right for Daisy? What's right for Daisy and her daughter, okay? But you've got a couple pathways coming up, but I don't think it's anytime soon. And none of this is going to happen until you walk away from the situation. Okay? This is walking away from a situation and walking away into a new adventure. You are ready for new things. Yeah. Yeah. But it may not be somebody coming back from the past. It's just dealing with the fears and allow yourself a little bit of time to grieve. Okay, work on opening up your heart. You have a good night, Leo. Thank you for being here, hon. You're welcome anytime. Okay. I know. Well, girl, I've been feeling stuck forever. But see, when you make some choices and decisions, when those two pathways come up, you're going to be walking away from something that is no longer emotionally fulfilling, and you're going to be walking away into a new adventure. So what grand and glorious adventure can you create? You know? Yes, don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, Emily, what is your question, hon? Or do you want a general or just a love reading? And your house is going to be awesome, hon. Are you pulling down any of that ceiling too? Or is your person doing it all? Emily, hon, are you here? I know you said your phone was messing up. And Yang, let's see if she comes back too. And Talia was going to try to come back. She was driving. Good night, Sushi. Thanks for being here, hon. Okay, yeah, Sharon, I can add you to the list. Okay, so maybe we lost Emily for a while. She'll be back when her phone's okay. Yes, got to work on your heart first. And you've got to know that okay, so you've got to know that your heart is in a safe place. That's the most important thing. And right now, it's not feeling in a safe place. So Daisy's got to work on healing Daisy. And I do have an exercise for opening up the heart. In fact, RM2 and I were talking about that today. You're welcome, hon. Okay, so surfing the web will be the last free one tonight. Sharon, since Emily's not here, what is your question, hon? So surfing the web, there's one person ahead of you. Unless the other one comes back. And if you are new, would you please subscribe so you can get notification. So yeah, so if you subscribe, you get notification when I come on, and that way you can get in earlier and get your readings done. You are already subscribed, okay. Oh, yeah. So, where are your cousins? Where get a case of beer and have them cousins come in and start pulling everything. Make sure you put sheets over all the furniture as you're doing that. Yeah. If I was out there, I'd help you, hon. Okay, so Sharon wants to know what's in the future for her. Let's say the next 3 months. Okay, you've got some kind of new beginning. Wow. Okay, so I have the Empress. She's someone that's very loving, caring, nurturing, very much, very grounded, very much in touch with nature. Okay. Pregnant with possibilities. So you have lots and lots of possibilities. And I'm thinking this for the next 3 months. Okay. Now, you do have a fast moving energy coming in, bringing in either a person or an opportunity. This is going to require you to take a leap of faith. Okay. Just remember that the spirit is involved in the situation. But in order to move forward, there needs to be a leap of faith. There needs to be some truth and clarity here. Okay. But you've got some choices to make. Now, I do show the Judgment card. This is an awakening. Girl, all the cards look good. Okay. All the cards look good. The Judgment card is an awakening. You need to be aware of something. You need to wake up to something. Okay, this card could also mean anything that you thought was over and done with does not necessarily mean that it's over and done with. This could be a renewal of your life. It could be a reconciliation. Is there somebody from the past that you would like to come back? Okay. But I show the Three of Cups. This is happiness and fulfillment. Doing good, Gypsy. Are you going to stick around for a reading tonight? Just making sure you're okay, too. But this is emotional fulfillment. This is happiness. Okay? Whatever's coming back from the past, is something that's emotionally fulfilling, that's going to make you happy. Okay? Does that make sense? Oh. Okay, Sharon, are you new here? You got to go work on yourself. Well, we can talk about that technique for opening up your heart, okay? Daisy. Okay, so if you look at my playlist and you look under classes, there's a video in there that's under 4 minutes. It's called the bubble technique. So I want you to put all the mistrust, all the anger, the frustration into that bubble. Any negative self-talk that you have, put it into that bubble. Okay? And if it is somebody coming back from the past, make sure that you discuss things one at a time. Don't throw everything at them at once. Talk about one thing at a time. Listen to what he has, and he better listen to what you have to say too, okay? But men can only focus on one thing at a time. So don't throw a whole bunch of stuff at him to try to clear, okay? But I highly recommend the bubble technique to start clearing all that energy. Clear around your points of view about how relationships should be. your cultural beliefs about how things should be, and any negative self-talk you have. Now, we are going to talk about negative self-talk tonight. We are going to work on clearing. I'm inviting all the ladies to write down all your negative self-talk that we don't already have on the list. And we're going to use this bubble technique to clear a lot of things tomorrow night if you'd like to come and join us. Yes, please at least try it once and see if it doesn't help clear some of the energy for you, okay? But it's a simple little tool that can make huge changes in your life, okay? Look at Casey. She's on top of it all. So surfing the web, what is your question, hon? But if you subscribe, you'll get notifications when I come on, okay? Okay, so maybe they left. So I have a shirt that says, Dear Karma, you've missed some people. I found another one today for my oldest daughter. This one just says, Dear Karma, you missed someone. Thanks, Casey. This one says, I don't need luck. I'm magic. I'm magical. Okay, you are here. Okay, what's your question, hon? Ah, that's right. You wanted to know about coming to the U.S. Yes. Okay. I don't know if anybody should want to be here right now. I'm worried about what the country is going to look after this election. Okay. I'm going to pull another deck. That good one doesn't feel right. Okay. I'm thinking we all need to go to Canada at this point with everything that's going on. I'm trying to bubble technique everything. Oh, I'm trying to stay neutral. What the heck? My youngest daughter checked in to move into Canada. You even have to be within a certain weight range. Okay, I do show that there is a shift. Okay, this is a rapid energy coming in. It's bringing in something better for you. Okay, so have you already put in the paperwork to come to the U.S., hon? Because this could be something that's bringing in better circumstances, something that will bring you in more quickly. I do show that you need to stay grounded. You need to focus on the gratitude. So I'm going to ask you this, okay? So this is if I gave you a magic wand right now, what would you wish for, and how does that look like? I want you to focus on how it will look like when you come to the United States, okay? And I want you to give gratitude for it as if you already have it. That's telling the universe that you're having faith and trust that it's going to happen, okay? Because I do show you need to stay grounded, you need to stay focused, you need to stay in gratitude, because here is new life, okay? But I do think that, I think if anything holds you back, it's going to be money. There needs to be more of a balance in money. They may ask you for some more money. Because I know my sister-in-law, when she was trying to get her papers, it's like every level she had to come up with more money and more money and more money, okay? But just be aware that they may be asking for more money. But I do show the Queen of Wands. This is someone that's very passionate about what they want, where they're going, okay? Very excited about life. This person's very cheeky, okay? Very, very confident. This person knows what they want. Okay? So I do think that I don't have a time frame, hun, but just be aware that they may be asking you for another level of money. Okay? But I do think that it's going to happen probably a little sooner than you think. You're welcome, hun. I hope that helps. I hope it happens soon. Hey, Gloria. How you doing, hun? Did Emily make it back? I don't see her. Has Yang been back? Okay, so L, Gloria, Casey is here. So L, Casey, Gloria. So there's 4 other people. Who else is here? Daisy might be still listening. In fact, let me see if who messaged. Yes. I love you too, girl. I hope you do get the better offer. And then, yeah, Sushi would make 5, so there's 2 people. I have it in my playlist, Daisy. This is one of the ones I was telling you. They have taken all the Florence Scovel Shinn books, okay, and they are doing like a they're reading all the books out loud. They're very, very basic spirituality, okay, and they're awesome to listen to. They're from the 1930s and 1940s. And it is in the playlist under classes. It's the game of life and how to play it. Well, listen to the program. You can always talk to me. But it's the universe is simple. It's us that complicates everything, you know? But if you look, what's his name? So if you go in and look at the playlist, I think it's under, it might be under a different person. Ah, interesting. If you look at my playlist, it'll tell you what. Yeah. If you look at what channel it's on, okay, it's because Florence Scovel Shinn and what's his name, Neville. It's a Neville channel, but Neville learned a lot of his teachings from Florence Scovel Shinn, and they're taking all of her books. Yes, they're taking all her books and they're reading them loud, and I and they have also made a video on all the statements that she puts into this game of life also. So you might want to look at that channel also, Daisy, and see if yeah, if you get the statements. But see, I have books. I have tons of her books. I pulled them out to start reading them again. And they've been sitting there, and then all of a sudden it popped in that somebody did the talking book. See, there's the magic path of intuition. Where's the other one? And I do have the game of life. And this is another thing we have to talk. I want to do a class on the power of a single thought, how we create our reality, okay? The power of the spoken word. That's the book I want to work on. The power of the spoken word. And that's why I stress paying attention to, what the negative self-talk is, the belief systems and everything. Pay attention to what comes out of your mouth, because that's what you're putting out to the universe, Yeah, the universe is simple. It's us that complicates everything. Yeah, so it's interesting that you found that book and it caught your eye. So maybe that's something that everybody needs to be aware of. The game of life and how to play it. She says you can't manifest things if you don't know how to play the game of life. It's a good book. Good book. A little old fashioned, but it's very simple. Yeah. So does anybody have anything specific they want to talk about tonight? Oh, Elle, I am super tired too. Yes, honey, always ask questions. That's what we're here for. No, Jenna, we can get you in. Because you were here earlier. Oh, no, I've never asked that question. Let me see if I could get an answer. You probably carry it over to the next lap. Yeah. you'll probably... Gloria, you had a reading this morning. One free reading a day, hon. So I get the impression that if you don't complete the contract in this lifetime, that you're gonna complete it in another lifetime. No, you can go ahead and ask your question, Jenna. I'm just answering Elle's questions. That's interesting. I'm going to have to ask more questions on that in the Akashic Records. I haven't been in there lately, but sometimes I think that I seem to be tuned in, tapped into the Akashic Records all the time anyway. But that's something we have set out to... Okay. Because you saw a soul contract and then free will took place and then caused a tower moment. Oh, yes, that'll happen because, you are being encouraged. Yeah. Then you're going to have to go through it in another lifetime. Because this is one of the main things that you came in to learn in this lifetime. If you have a contract and you made a contract with that person to help you fulfill that contract. Okay, Jenna. Well, I don't even want to think about soul contracts. My goodness. Okay, so the first card up, Jenna. Okay, the first one is the Five of Cups. Okay, this is dwelling on the past. This is nostalgia and longing for something from the past. This is regret for things that have happened from the past, okay? So you need to reframe that thinking process. I want you to look at how far you have come rather than what you have gone through. Okay, this has happened, but look at how far that I have made it, how far I have come, okay? Okay, so Lynn, I don't do health. I may give you some tools on how to work on some things for health, but I don't do specific health questions, okay? But reframe that thinking process. I want you to look at how far you've come, okay? Now, I do show the very early beginnings of something of a passionate nature. Okay, there may be some arguments and disputes that are going back and forth, but this is definitely communication, though, okay? I do show that you were moving out of the disputes, the nightmare, okay, the sleepless nights. You're moving out of that energy. What the heck? Okay. You are moving out of this energy. I don't know what's going on with him. I do have the High Priestess. Okay. Were you just starting to trust this guy? Because it's like you were just starting to trust him and maybe, okay. I kind of get the impression that he's a little bit in a panic. Maybe he's not trusting what he's feeling. Okay? I do have the High Priestess card. Yeah, it's very hard. Okay. You're next, Gypsy, okay? So we have the High Priestess here. She's the knower of secrets. So there's a lot of things going on that you don't know anything about. There needs to be some truth and clarity in this situation. Oh my gosh. So he's yeah. But you guys may have a soul contract together, but at the same time, there's lots of things going on behind the scenes that you don't know anything about, okay? Now, okay, does he have a tendency to put you down? Okay? Because sometimes this is a narcissist card. This is somebody that puts you down in order to feel good about themselves. But at the same time, this could be him being hard on himself. I think, so yeah, this is, okay, so this is you being hard on yourself then. So Jenna, the bubble technique, hun. Start clearing that negative self-talk. Start clearing every way that you put yourself down. Okay? Start clearing it. Jenna, you've been here enough, hun. You've heard me talk about the bubble technique. Have you even looked at it? So please try it. Just try it. So first thing you want to clear is abandonment issues. I'm scared because I've been abandoned so much, okay? Clear those abandonment issues. And then, okay, so Jenna, tomorrow night, okay, so if the bubble technique is a way, okay, so the bubble technique is a technique to put your fears, your emotions, your negative self-talk into it and clear it instantly, okay? It can take a lot of the pressure off. It can help shift how you're seeing yourself. Yeah, my birthday's Monday too, okay? My birthday's Monday too. So I highly recommend it. It's under playlist. It's under my playlist. It's under classes. It's a little video. It's under 4 minutes, and it can change your whole life, hun. I want you to clear your feelings of abandonment, your feelings of inadequacy. Start clearing your negative self-talk, okay? Please watch the video and try it, okay? And if you like, if you would like, if you subscribe, we're going to be here tomorrow night and we're going to work on some negative self-talk. We're going to use the bubble technique to clear some stuff. So if you have a list of things that you keep telling yourself, okay, write them down and come in and we'll all work on the bubble technique. I don't think so, but I do think that the energy needs to shift, okay? Wow. We need 2 more subscribers to hit 570. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Okay? I strongly suggest, Jenna, please at least take the time to watch the bubble technique. Okay, Gloria, make sure you pray over those hormones before you take them so that they are compatible with your body. So that's one of the things you want to write down that you want to clear with the bubble technique, okay? I'm afraid he's going to abandon me. I have abandonment issues. I fear losing him. So, you know what, hon? Try this bubble technique, and if it starts shifting things for you, you might introduce him to the bubble technique. You might think it's a little weird, but it works. But you know what? If you are mirroring each other, okay? If you are mirroring each other, whatever you clear in yourself is going to start clearing in him also. Okay? But the more negativity you clear in him, if you're reflecting each other, if you guys are thinking and doing the same thing, it's going to start clearing energy for him too. Okay, hon? Yes, thank you, Lynn. Yes. So I want you to clear statements that your exes told you, your parents have told you, anybody that's abandoned you in your life. Visualize them and make some kind of statement of how they abandon you and clear that energy. Okay. And like I said, Gloria, make sure you pray over the hormones before you take them, okay? So they're compatible with you. Much love to you too, hon. Do you think he feels pressure that way? I think that they are putting pressure on each other. I think they're reflecting each other. But if she starts the process of start clearing some of that energy, I do think that it can be okay if you take the steps to start clearing some of that energy. Because as long as you're feeling like he's going to abandon you or have the fear that he's going to leave you, then you're going to create that, okay? Yeah. But now, okay, he's helped you be more positive, but it's time for you, Jenna. Okay, it's time for you to make some steps to clear some stuff too. Okay. No, but you think that he doesn't pick up on that energy? He's going to pick up when you are afraid of something. You draw it to you. You're on the cusp. Yeah. My grandson's on the last day of Virgo also. That's what I said. You're mirroring each other. So when you clear your abandonment issues, when you clear your negative self-talk, yeah, you're over analyzing, okay? Any points of view that you have about how a relationship can be, okay? Start clearing it. I strongly suggest that you watch the bubble technique and then come back and tell me what you think of it. Try putting your abandonment issues, how you feel, okay? Just watch it and come back and let me know what you think, okay, hon? Gypsy, you're next, hon. What's your question? Okay. So let's go. I don't want these cards. Okay. So just watch the video and come back and let us know what you think, Jenna. Okay. You got 2 pathways, 2 choices. Oh, he's coming home. He's coming home. Look at this. 2 of Wands. There's 2 pathways. The universe has opened up both pathways. You have to make some choices, okay? And decisions about what's best for you, okay? But I do show the Ace of Wands. You're open and receptive to new life, to beginnings, and you're very, very happy, very passionate about it, okay? And then I have the Sun. That's the best card in the whole deck. Okay? That's total fulfillment on all levels. So, Gypsy, if I gave you a magic wand, what would you wish for and what does that look like? Focus on the what does it look like. And give gratitude for it as if you already have it. Okay? So hang in there, honey. Be positive. Start putting that fear, that anxiety into the bubble, Gypsy. Okay? So, Lynn, did you have a question, hon? Lynn is the last free one for the night if anybody else comes in. Well, you know what? The universe sometimes does that for a reason. Okay? But clear that anxiety, clear the frustration, clear the fears, hon. But Gloria, you should have some Libra in there too. So while Libras overanalyze things too, they're stuck in their head pretty much. Do you have a tendency to try to balance everything out in your head? You try to balance it. You try to yeah. Yes. Well, visualize what you want and give thanks for it as if you already have it. If you're on the last day of Virgo, you are on the cusp of Libra. Okay? So that alone right there will I'm stuck in my head a lot. I have to balance everything. Taddy always laughs at me because if I eat M&Ms, oh, you're a Leo. Okay. So if I eat M&M, I'm obsessive about balance. Oh my God, I drive myself nuts. I have to balance everything. For every positive thought, I have a negative thought. I have to balance everything. If I eat M&Ms, I have to put them 2 of each color, then line them up and eat 1 on each side. It has to be red on this side, red on this side, same time. You're welcome, Gypsy. I hope that helps, hon. So get rid of some of that fear, okay, hon? But I have to balance. Everything's got to be balanced. See, See, you're laughing. See, that's what Taddy does. Taddy thinks it's absolutely hilarious because I have to have that balance. But then my sun, moon, rising, Neptune, and one other planet are all in Libra. I have 5 Libra out of 12 planets. And it's like, yeah, it can get a little crazy. But yeah, and this election is driving me nuts because there's no balance anywhere in this. Absolutely no balance. Ugh. Nope. It has to be a red one on this side and a red one on this side. And then I do a blue one here and a blue one here. And if I have one orange one left, I have to bite it in half and eat it on each side. It's I've been like that since a kid. I just there's got to be a balance. I'm funny. At least I admit it, you know. At least I admit it. So apparently Lynn is not here anymore, huh? So I am very much one to understand over analyzing, and I've been worried all my life because I worry about things because I want everything in balance. Yeah. We all have our things we do, but I'm obsessive about balance and fairness. Everything has to be fair. And I have had to learn, okay? Okay, so I have had to learn that everybody's different, okay? We all have our own points of view. We all have our own truth. So I tell you guys, I'm teaching you my truth. It's up to you to decide if it's true for you. Yeah, so it's we have to honor each other's differences. So instead of arguing with something, I don't have the need to be right anymore. I just have to honor somebody else's differences, you know? Okay. That's 2 questions, Lynn. So you're going to have to bring it down to one. Well, maybe. Okay. Maybe I could do it. I'll pull 3 cards. So I'll pull 1 card for the new house, 1 card for out of state, and the energy in between. Okay. So for the house at your brother's farm, I have the Chariot card. This is forward movement. This is victory. Okay. But it's in divine timing. It's not going to happen right away. Okay. For moving out of state, I have Ace of Wands. This is new beginnings. It could bring in something that you're very passionate about. They can bring in some creativity for you. Okay. You were very open to it. Okay. But the energy between them is whatever choice you make. Okay. You have to pick what's best for you. This is new beginnings in love. Okay? You just have to choose what you think you're going to love. What feels right for you. It comes down to choice. It comes down to loving yourself enough to honor what you want. Or what you want, not what other people think should happen for you. Okay? I want you to stand on your own 2 feet and make some choices and decisions. Do this for you. Okay? Does that make sense, hon? Yeah, we all have our little things. We all have our little things that we're obsessive about, you know? It was hard for me because, you know, as a Libra and as a healer, I like peace and harmony. I want to see everybody happy and in peace and healed. You're welcome, hon. Did it make sense though? So it was hard for me too to not only let people have their be who they are and not try to argue with them and show them the balance and everything. Okay. And I'm going through this with my sons because they're Republican and I'm independent, and I'm trying to look at both sides of the situation, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing on either side, but they're Republican and they keep trying to push their point of view on me, and I'm just letting them be and say what they're going to do, and I'm not arguing with them, you know. But it's I'm not arguing with them, and they're saying, "Oh, you're old and you're set in your ways." You know, it's like, no, I'm looking at things as a Libra, and I'm not seeing any balance anywhere, any fairness anywhere. You know, no, Trump was going to do this, and I don't see anything good on either side. Same thing last election too. It's like, where are we going? But it's and you can't heal anybody. So this is one of the things we were talking about. Before you heal someone, ask if they are willing to give up the things that make them sick. That's from Hippocrates. So how long has that been around? That's a major lesson. Sometimes all you can do is plant the seeds. You can mention it one time and wait to see if that seed grows or not. If they ask you for more information, if they ask you for help, then you help them. But you can't keep harping and harping and harping at them and trying to tell them something. For one thing, they're going to throw some resistance up. But if they're not open and receptive to it, that's probably not their path. It's probably, you know, maybe they have cancer. Maybe they come in to experience that and die like that. It's all about growth, learning, and experience in here. No matter how bad that seems to us, sometimes we make soul contracts to do that. And it's hard on everybody else. But we have assigned everybody a part to play in our lives, you know? And sometimes those people are here to help us, just to help us experience that. You know, that's like I said, I can look back at my ex-husbands and I understand that I needed to not be so shy. I needed to learn to stand on my own 2 feet. I needed to learn to set boundaries, and they were here to put me through hell in order for me to wake up and do that. You know? And it's all in the name of learning. And again, I recommend everybody watch that movie, What the Bleep Do We Know? Because it talks about how the universe responds to us, what we think, do, and say. I told my son-in-law, he just came down with cancer, but he's been very positive and upbeat. But then they screwed up in the operation, and he spent 25 days in the hospital. Exactly. And everybody is so, and everybody in our government right now is all about them. Okay, so one of the things that I'm going to do is get involved in the Convention of States. That's where you get your legislature together to put the federal government in check. See, these people that wrote our Constitution were brilliant, absolutely brilliant, because they put little ins and outs in there that people wouldn't normally think of. The states have the potential of putting the federal government in check. And one of the things we need is term limits. You can't make Congress a profession. They should be on the same health care we're on, and they should have the same retirement that we are on. You want to see things change fast? Put the government in check Put the federal government in check. Okay. So, what can I say? All I can do is, and it's, but this year was meant to be a monumental changing year. The same energy happened 700 years ago. Okay, the same planetary alignments, and that's when we went through the Reformation in Europe, changed the money systems, the way that things were done, everything, and that's what's happening here. But there right now, our middle class is being destroyed, and big businesses are being supported, and it's crazy. I wasn't going to talk about politics, but I was just using it as an example, But it's all we can do is plant those seeds, because the more you can't. Okay, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Okay, that's why I strongly suggest that people at least watch the bubble technique video. It's interesting because I had a gal yesterday that I talked to. She actually went in and looked at everything, and she goes, "Wow." She puts a lot of suns underneath the bubble technique, and then I think it was the cutting cord. She goes, "Interesting." So if they can at least listen to it, they can determine whether it's good for them or not. Like I said, just look at it. If it's not right for you, you don't have to use it. It's just an option. It's just a potential, okay? I'm trying to supply tools to help you guys clear the energy so that you can find out who you are under everybody else's points of view and belief systems, that so that you can move forward. Hey, Clementine. Okay, so the free readings are done for tonight, hon. If you would like to make a donation, then we can get you on the list. But right now we're kind of doing spiritual talk. But if you, even if it's $1, it doesn't matter. There just needs to be an exchange of energy. So, but we can't. That's like we were talking. I was talking to somebody the last couple days. Hey, El. So the last couple days we've been talking about how sometimes people just want somebody to listen. We have to learn to be active listeners. Okay, is this person asking for help, or are they just asking for somebody to listen? Okay, because how many times have you offered some advice to somebody that's telling you their life story, and then they're all ticked off because you offered advice? They just wanted a listener. Okay, and when you give advice, then you're interfering with their karma. But if they ask you for help, that's giving you permission to talk to them and give them advice and stuff. And I recommend everybody have at least one friend that they can trust with everything, that will not put negative energy on whatever you're going through, but can give you some genuine feedback if that's what you're asking for, okay? And not put negative energy on it for you to have to work through that also. Does that make sense? I always get nervous when it stops moving. What is this? There are some books out there. Okay. I wish you would have asked me this last week. They have books on hayhouse.com. They've been having lots of sales on books, but they had the books on the Akashic Records on sale, the audio for $4.99 last week. They also had the Dark Side of the Light Chasers for $4.99 on the audio. But I'm trying to think of her name. Let me see if I can find it. Amazon. There's a good book. She talks about soul contract. She talks about everything in the Akashic Records. Akashic. Linda Howe. Okay. How to Read the Akashic Records, Accessing the Archive of the Soul and Its Records. It's by Linda Howe. She was the first one that tapped into the records and wrote a book on it. And she explains how to access the records and what kind of stuff that's in the records. But the soul contracts, yeah. We can. I haven't done it for a while, but if you want, hun, you can call me and we'll go into the Akashic Records and see what we can find out. But make sure you have a list of about 50 questions, because it's not like a tarot reading. I remember the first time I went to the Akashic Records and it was awesome. You know how sometimes you're going into your meditation and you think, is this just imagination or am I really here? So I'm feeling this warm, fuzzy, velvety energy. And I said, wow, I really am somewhere else. And somebody said, indeed you are. And I said, what? That was a trip. I did it. It depends on the individual person. What I do is, with the technique I learned, is you go up an elevator and then you go to whatever floor is appropriate for you. Now, when they opened up the door of the elevator, I had these like individual wood shelves. There was the wood, there was the shelf, and they were kind of tilted a little bit. There was the book standing up straight over here, but then on the top there was, the rack, and it was like tilted a little bit, and the book was there and it was open. But my building, okay, everybody has an individual building of what the Akashic Records look like. Mine is clear. It's all like glass, and I can see the night sky out of this building. So, but everybody else has a different experience with the Akashic Records. Somebody may walk into a modern library. Mine looked a little more ancient, and the bookkeeper was almost like a monk. He had the very nice brown robe on with the little belt. and I lost a girlfriend because she said that the only person that could access the Akashic Records was Edgar Cayce. But since Edgar Cayce was around, they have actually opened up the Akashic records to anybody that wants to inquire. So the Akashic records are open for everybody to learn to get into the records. But like I said, it's not like a tarot reading. You have to go in and ask questions. I did a reading for somebody and she kept asking questions and it all came back to the same thing. You're here to learn compassion. You're here to learn. Every question that she asked, and this person was not a compassionate person in this lifetime. All they could tell her was, you are here to learn compassion. But yet at the same time, I had somebody that came in. I told her to ask a bunch of questions. She brought me 5 questions. But for the week before she came, I started going through lessons of what karma is. Karma is not what we think it is. Karma is not something that comes back and bites you in the butt. Karma is where somebody experiences what they are judging you for. Okay? So for the whole week before she came for her reading, I was going through experiences and examples of what karma was. So when she came in, all she could talk about is she wanted karma to come back and bite this guy in the butt. And I kept telling her, it doesn't work like that. They were trying to give me examples to tell you it doesn't work like that. But she was not open to hearing that. So it's interesting how I experience something that they need to know before they actually come for the reading. So I'm thinking that, and sometimes I wonder when I'm doing readings and I have something unusual come through, it's like, okay, am I tuned in, tapped into the Akashic records all the time? Is that where some of this information comes from? Because some of the stuff I come up with sometimes is off the wall. Like that gal that went through domestic violence, and I'm telling her, you're being beaten down and beaten down, beaten down. And I know she's going through domestic violence, and I'm thinking, why am I saying this? And my mouth is saying it anyway. You know, because, you know, if you've been through it, you're going to be a little sensitive to somebody else going through it, and you're not going to want to bring it up. And here it was coming out full force. And I'm thinking, wow, she's going to be upset with me. She actually messaged me and thanked me for the message later. She says, this is something I really, really needed to hear. Everybody was tiptoeing around her. You know, so it's like I've learned to trust. I what am I supposed to say? I can't. I don't know what I'm supposed to censor or what I say, because sometimes it's coming out of my mouth and I'm thinking, what the heck? But it makes sense to them, you know? So get through the dark side of the light chasers first, okay? Make some time for those meditations, hon. Yeah. So, you know, and I went in, I have a bunch of audios on Hay House that I haven't taken the time to listen to. And I'm busy cleaning house and going through stuff. And I thought, why in the heck am I not listening to these programs? You know, I have the Dark Side of the Light Chasers in the book and on audio. I have some stuff by John Holland and his books. I have some stuff from Pam Grout on tapping into the universe. So here's an exercise for everybody that's here. I don't know who all's here. Ask the universe for a gift within the next 48 hours and see what pops up into your life. Okay? And then we could talk about that. But when I asked that, I had two $1,200 classes fall into my lap that there was no way in heck I could have afforded anyway. Yeah. So ask for a gift in the next 48 hours and see what happens. Okay. Be open and receptive. But like I said, I was gifted two $1,200 classes. No, leave it open to the universe right now. Okay. The first 48 hours, you just leave a miracle, ask for a miracle a gift within 48 hours. Okay. The second 48 hours, then you ask for something specific. What I did was, my first thought was, I want to see an eagle. And then I thought, there's no eagles out here in Elbert County anymore. I said, okay, so I want to see turquoise Indian jewelry. Not a specific gift the first time. Okay. So I'm walking around and I'm seeing all this silver Indian jewelry, and I'm not seeing any turquoise Indian jewelry. And I'm puzzled and thinking, what the heck's going on? So we went down my friend's house in the back roads, went down to her house, and I was telling her what was going on. So I'm driving down the dirt roads coming back, and I think I'm seeing a raven eating roadkill on the road. When I got close, it was an eagle. So pay attention to what your first thought is, because your first thought is what the universe is going to respond to. Okay? My first thought was, oh, I want to see an eagle. No, there's no eagles out here anymore. That wasn't showing trust in the universe that was going to happen. But the universe responded to my first thought and showed me that eagle. It was a very, very young eagle, and he was eating roadkill. And I said, wow, I am so, all the time, all I can say all the time is I am so in awe of the universe. It's so magnificent. It responds to us so much, you know? And the more we clear those doubts, that not having faith, those belief systems, okay? Those are all those negative self-beliefs. Yeah. The more we clear that, the more we get down to who we truly are, not all this stuff that's been packed down on us, and we're able to manifest that stuff. And just like Casey is an awesome manifester, but she's probably cleared a lot of stuff for the last few lifetimes, you know? And it was interesting because she came up with some of the most awesome negative self-statements, even though she says she doesn't tell herself that, you know? So if you can think of any other negative self-statements you tell yourself, we're going to work on those tomorrow night, huh? We'll work on the stuff that's on the list, because we didn't go in and clear them, you know. But anything else that you can think of that's popping up, bring them in tomorrow night and we'll work on clearing them, you know. And if I ask you, okay, so I don't know, we're inviting the other person to come in and let us know who's here. So, what was I going to say? Okay, so you know how when I talk about who does it belong to, sometimes I will tell them, okay, I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to tell me the very first reaction that you have. Okay? And I'll tell them, what percentage of what you are feeling is yours? Some people might say 12%. Yeah. So 12% of it is yours. So that means 78% of it is not yours, so you want to send it back to who it belongs to with love and consciousness. I have one gal that is totally resistant to using this. I go, who does it belong to? She goes, it's all mine. It's all mine. So I switched it up a little bit. So I asked her. She's still adamant in hers, but I had somebody else that kept telling me it was all theirs. And I said, so what percentage of it is yours? And it shifted everything. It's just how we ask the questions. He kept telling me that it was 100% his. And when I said, well, what percentage of it is yours? Then it was like 8% of it was his. Yeah. Yep. Isn't that amazing? Just simple little tools. So you just send it back with love and consciousness. You know? Trying to cover all the realms. And it's hard when you're an empath and you're being bombarded with stuff, you know? That's an awesome tool. That's an access consciousness tool. Yep. How are you feeling tonight? Someone was mad at you. So I had a gal that I taught this technique, and somebody was sending a bunch of negative energy to her. So she sent it back with love and consciousness, and she says the other person was shocked. They were shocked because she could detect it, and they were shocked because she sent it back with love and consciousness. And what's funny about some of the people that are sending it to you, even if you send it back with love and consciousness, they think you're attacking them. So it's all based on point of view. That's like the other night when I was reading out the negative self-beliefs that we made the list of. Somebody got upset and says, "Why are you buying into the negativity?" And they left. But then then 2 nights later, when I was reading the list, somebody goes, "Wow, this is powerful to read this out loud." Whole different perception, you know. With the secret, we're taught that we need to focus on the positive, but then again, doing the dark side of the light chasers, it shows you how important that shadow side is also, you know. Instead, with the secret, everybody's so busy pushing away the shadow side of themselves, you know. That's why a lot of people aren't manifesting the things they want. It's a circle. It's a circle, you know. Good for you. Good for you. At least I've encouraged. It's like, I don't know why Casey's so resistant to it. She bought the book and then she lost it. And she told me, she says, why do you need to do this book? I said, girl, I'm just as human as you guys are, and I have things that I need to work on too. And every time I read the book, I clear out more stuff, you know. One of the things I had to clear out was that I am terrified of misleading or hurting somebody with doing the tarot cards. But like I said, I have to surrender that to the universe and trust what comes through. And you know what's funny is this week I have got more feedback than I have the last year and a half, you know. I had somebody from England telling me last night, "Oh yeah, the first time you read for me, you blew me away because you hit me on the nose." And she came in just to give a donation last night because she's in England and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning there. And then a couple other people have come back that haven't been there for a while and told me that I was accurate. And then, who was it? Oh, I was talking to RM2 this morning, and she was saying that she'd had readings for people and they were never right, but mine are usually right on. I said, girl, but I don't care who you are. Nobody's going to be 100%, you know? But I don't want to deceive anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. And part of that is the Libra in me, the peacemaker, you know? Hey, 100 days at a time. So it's again coming into balance, trusting in the universe. I remember driving down the road one time. Yeah, it does. It does. You know, like I said, it's not me that lines up the cards. It's not me that's giving the messages. It's me. I'm just a messenger. I'm, you know, I can shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, but those cards have to be lined up into a certain position in order to get the message across. Again, synchronicity. I'm a radio, a TV set. And like I said, the cards are a tool, you know? The media, not the message, yeah. The message comes from the universe. And not most of the time, yeah, most of the time it's exactly what the person needs to hear. I don't know who was here last night. I think I'm not interpreting from myself. I'm interpreting from my heart. So I had a gal come in last night. I'm just amazed, like I said, at the universe all the time. This gal was pushy. She kept saying, I donated. And then one of the moderators said, you know, did you want a reading? She goes, yeah, I'm trying to say that I want a reading. And she's not paying attention. And then she kept saying, I donated. So you were here. Yeah. And the reading that came up wasn't for her because the universe knew that she didn't donate. The reading was for the person that was supposed to be next in line in the first place. Yeah, it's like the only reason I check, you know, if she wanted a reading that bad, then I'm going to bless her with the reading. Okay? If she was in that bad of a need, yeah. Yeah. So it's like the universe knew was supposed to have the reading next. They knew that she was deceiving it. The other gal says, oh, that's my reading. Thank you. And it's like, that's the universe at work. That's not me. That's the universe. Are you the one that was next last night? When she came in and jumped in like that? Are you the one? It was you. Oh my God. I'm just amazed at that. Like I said, I'm just in awe of the universe all the time. All the time. Yeah, it's like, but if she's in such a lack consciousness that she had to do that, you know, I can contribute, but at the same time, is she going to accept the message? If she's in such a lack consciousness, is she going to accept the message? Yeah, she was in a state last night. But she asked for the reading, and you know, I will do anything I can to help anybody. But see, the universe got you your message anyway. Well, I'm grateful that you got your message. That's the thing. Was it a repeat? Oh my goodness. Who was it? I think. So Elle told me earlier she pulled the same cards for somebody that I was doing a reading for. Elle got the same cards I did. Yeah. The universe is, and somebody asked me, why did they change the Bible? Well, I can understand why the Bible says beware of storytellers. For one thing, you don't want to become dependent on readings because that takes your free will away. Okay? I try to give you the energy around you so you can make choices and decisions. Don't ever give your power away to a reading. You got that free will, use it. You know? And it's like, I'm teaching you my truth. It's up to you to decide what is your truth. Cool. Again, it's the universe has ways to give us messages, but the powers to be over the generations have taken stuff out of the Bible because they don't want us to know that we have the ability to connect with spirit. Especially the churches, you had to go to the churches. At one time, they made druids, okay, they condemned druids, midwives, and herbalists as witches because they didn't want you donating your chicken or your money or whatever someplace else because they wanted the money for the churches. Okay? So it's because of greed. The person might have got well by going to the herbalist, but they were condemned as witches, so they promoted everybody fear. They said, oh, you have to pay us to pray for you. I know. Catholic Church doesn't like competition. Okay. So you have to pay us and we'll pray for you. And if you die, then it's God's will. No. I know. I was in the Catholic Church for years. I was in the Mormon Church for years. So the Mormon Church is even more controlling than the Catholic Church. I know. So, okay, so when I was in the Mormon Church, it was like, you know how the hologram is on Star Trek, where you go in and the computer has these program holograms, okay? They're not real. They don't deviate from the script. That's what it was like. They all follow the transcript. There's no deviating from it. Okay, it's like they were robots and they were programmed. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So it's they didn't want us. They probably had a whole story in there, okay, about why not to give your power away to fortune tellers, you know. You don't want to become dependent on them. You don't want them to mislead you. I can understand that. But at the same time, tarot is a tool. It can be used for good or bad. Like I was telling somebody the other night, it's just like a knife. You can use a knife to harm, or you can use a knife to heal, or you can use a knife to eat with. It's all in your perception and how you use it. It's a tool. It can be used for good or bad. Exactly. Exactly. This world was created as a duality for a reason. You know? It's schoolroom earth. This is a hard place to be. The whole universe watches what we're doing here because of the duality. You know? We have free will here. The universe made an agreement. We're going to give you free will, but we can't interfere unless you ask for help. So this is why I suggest sometimes ask for your own personal angels to communicate with you. Give them permission to communicate with you, to warn you about things, to let you know about things. But you want it only to be your personal angels and your personal archangels and your healing team. Everybody's got a healing team. And I try to teach everybody to call in their healing team to scan their energy field and to scan their physical body. We have tools. A weird experience. I think that I used to see things as a child, but I think that my mom, same as with angels, just ask for your healing team to come in. That's why I tell you, if you find something in the physical body, call in your healing team. Ask them to neutralize whatever it is. That's important. Okay? Ask them to neutralize whatever you see. Yay, you're back, hon. Okay. So scan your physical body, L. If you see anything out of place, ask the angels to identify where you're having the problems. Have them color coded, whatever you want. A little spark, whatever. Just come up with a way, okay, to show where the healing needs to occur. Then call in your healing team. Ask them to neutralize whatever it is. And then they do the psychic surgery. If they have to cut you open to do it, to take it out, it's got to be neutralized first because you never know if it's an implant. The first time I did this technique online, Tatty was there, and this gal had a yellow scorpion attached to her side. It was attached to her solar plexus, causing hip problems, blocking her from tapping into her feminine aspect. And we cleared that. But it was an implant because we are. You see white dots? Okay. If they're already white. Okay, so I want you to neutralize those white dots. If you see white dots, yeah, ask what they mean, but ask if they're appropriate. Ask if they're appropriate, not appropriate. Ask if they're for your higher good. If they're not for your higher good, then I want you to create little black dots, the same size, the same shape, and bounce them together to neutralize them. Ask if they're, yeah. You could also ask if they're not appropriate, turn them red so that I know that they're not appropriate. And if they turn red, then you know that you need to get rid of them. So change them back to white, make a little black dot, the same size shape, and bounce them together to neutralize them, to clear them out. Everybody else sees them black. Well, yeah. And like I said, neutralize them. Yeah. Yang, are you ready for your reading, hon? You have feedback, okay. So 100 days at a time, did you want to do PayPal or did you want to do Cash App? CL is on top of it, yeah. That's okay, hon. It's not a requirement, but it's appreciated because it helps me get things for the channel. You're learning adulthood. Yeah, that's a hard one. Yeah. Okay, Yang, tell me what's going on now, hon. How's your mom doing? How are you doing? Yang has had some interesting feedback all week. Yeah. So what's going on, Yang? It didn't handle bills, yeah. Didn't I tell you that would open up possibilities, hon? Are you still talking to this girl? Ask her questions. Ask the universe questions. What would it take to me to get into that kind of job? But you know what, hon? You're open and receptive. You're very intuitive, but you are open and receptive. Okay? So you are creating this. You are taking the opportunity to clear the blockages, and the universe is responding. If you were not taking the steps to clear that stuff, okay, like I said, I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make you do it. I can teach you the tools, but are you going to use them? And you are using them. Okay? I'm happy for you. You know, don't limit what the universe can do. It may take a few days, it may take a few months, okay? Wow. I'm glad she had a peaceful sleep. Wow. That's awesome. But see, again, she had to be open and receptive to the techniques. You're welcome, hon. That's what I put the tools up for. That's what I put the tools up for, is for you guys to use them, share them. But that's what they're there for. That's what they're there for. If I can help in any way, just let me know. Yeah, I'm glad. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you go in and work on you, okay, then you spread the information out. Okay, you are setting the example for somebody. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So you are living it. You are the example, and that will spread out from you. Okay, that's how we change the world. We work on ourselves and we radiate out the change to people that are open and receptive to it. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, well, I guess we're going to do another reading. Okay, I'm going to do a reading for Tammy and then we'll do yours, okay, Yang? Cool. Thank you for subscribing, hon. See, we just need to be open to what the universe can do for us, okay? Tammy, what kind of question do you have, hon? Oh, so you requested to join the Facebook too? Did you try to request Casey's Spiritual Corner? Let me look, because I didn't get a notification on it. Okay, let me look. I'll do that right now. They've changed so much stuff on YouTube that I can't do lives from my computer now. I don't have enough data on my phone. Let's see. Here it is. Huh. Oh, maybe this is it. Tammy, do you have a specific question, hon? Well, it's not showing up here. Let me look over here. Okay, hold on. Let me look up my Facebook real quick, Tammy, and see if it shows her request. There it is. The initials DR. There it is. Yeah. Cool. You're a member of my Facebook too. Every day a new episode. Okay, energy update for Tammy. So I can go in and do groups, to where we are face to face and can talk, but I can't do a live like this on YouTube anymore. Okay, so it's like, but when I go in and post the link to come into the lives, nobody's coming into the lives. So it's hard to do readings on Facebook anymore. So I'm concentrating on this. Well, welcome to my Facebook too. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, Tammy, what's going on? You know, the universe sees the whole picture, gang, okay? The universe could always bring in something better for us. There's nothing impossible for the universe. Okay, so Tammy, what I'm showing is the High Priestess. Okay? This is the High Priestess. She is the knower of secrets. She's dancing to the secrets of the universe. This card also makes me think of the Akashic Records. We were talking about that earlier, okay? Soul contracts. This is talking about there are secrets out there. There are lots of things that you don't know about. There's a lot of activity going on behind the scenes. Again, one of the things I say all the time is thank you, universe, for everything you do for us, seen and unseen. Okay? Because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes because the universe is coordinating everything for us. And Yang, talking about that, is you, like I said, the universe knows the whole picture. The universe is going to align things for us if we allow it, okay? Now, that's a major arcana, and the next one's a major arcana. So these are long-term lessons. Now I have the moon, okay? This is also talking about the shadow side. These are things that we have the tendency to suppress. We have a tendency to push away what we don't like about ourselves or things that people criticize. Don't push them away. Talk to them. See what they're trying to tell you. See what they're trying to learn. Because that shadow side is part of us also. We are the light and we are the shadow. We are the yin yang, okay? Don't push it away. Now, pay attention to what's going on around you. Follow your intuition, follow your knowing. Pay attention to the reactions in your body. I'm going to teach you a little technique, okay? You lay down and relax. Just totally relax. Think about something that makes you very, very happy and see how your body relaxes into it. Then I want you to think about something that upsets you and watch the reaction to your body, okay? This is, you can train your body to give you a yes-no answer by learning to do that. You might be in a situation to where you're standing there and you need a yes-no answer. You can train your body to give you this answer, okay? But pay attention, your body, your gut feeling, that is so important. So watch for things being blown out of proportion. Watch for mountains being made out of molehills. Okay? And that's a lot of that energy is going around right now. October is going to be a lot like that for everybody. Okay? Now, I show the Page of Wands. This is the very early beginnings of communication going back. It's something that can be very creative, very passionate. Okay? It's not the fastest moving energy, but it's not the slowing moving energy, but it is bringing light to a situation. Okay. Now, another major arcana. Like I said, you've got some long-term lessons going on. Okay. I have the Chariot. This is forward movement. Okay. This is divine timing. Okay. Now, like I said, it's forward movement, but it's you have no control over it. It's going to happen when the universe decides it's going to happen, but you are making forward movement. So focus on that, okay? So I'm going to tell you what I've been telling everybody the last 2 weeks. If I gave you a magic wand, what would you wish for? And how does that look? I want you to focus on how does that look, okay? And give thanks for it as if you already have it. But it's coming, okay? And so if you've got some things, some negative self-beliefs or self-talk or anything, there's something in my playlist. It's under playlist, under classes. It's called the bubble technique. It will help you clear emotions, belief systems, negative self-talk, so you can move forward, okay? It clears stuff like this instantly. It's an awesome tool. Very simple, very quick. The video is under 4 minutes. I explain how to do it in there, okay? So that might help you too, hon. Does that make sense? Yo hablo poquito español. Mi segunda esposo vivar en México. Mucho culo. That's crazy. I can understand my sister-in-law's Spanish. Of course, she talks slow. She talks very slow. Did that make sense, Tammy? And Yang, did you have a specific question tonight, hon? Yeah, I would like to learn Spanish a little more fluid. My first husband didn't want me to learn at all. And I learned quite a bit from my second husband, but you know, when you don't speak it all the time, you forget it too. Okay, am I getting messages? Because last night it froze up 3 times. So that's one reason I have my phone here. Okay, so it is frozen again. Okay. Italian's beautiful. Oh, wow, thank you so much. Okay, good. I hope it helped Tammy. Afra, everything is freezing up. Mi gato gordo es muerto. Oh my gosh. Poor baby. Your husband refused to learn your first language. Yeah. Okay. Would it be better if your mom did divorce? Sign language is awesome. You don't like the cards? This mind is like math and electronics. Like Don't make fun of your fat cat. Poor thing. A peach means that? Oh my gosh, girl. I don't know anything about emojis, ladies. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it depends on the culture. Okay, so would it be better if your mom divorces? Yep, I think so. Okay, so it's funny, they're all major arcana. The first one is the Hierophant. And I think in this instance, is when the student is ready, the teacher's going to appear, okay? I think that she needs to go within and find her own spiritual authority. She needs to find out who she is. This is like know thyself, okay? She needs to find that strength of character that she has that's been hidden for a long time. I don't know if you can get her to try the bubble technique, hun, but I think it would help her a lot, okay? Now, I do show the Emperor. This is a man that is the boss, could be the figure in charge, could be the father figure, okay? The thing is, if they're out of balance, then they're abusive. And we already know that he's out of balance and he's been abusive, okay? But then we have the Hermit. Again, she needs to go within and find out who she is, and she needs to tap back into that, into who she is, you know? She needs to find out, she needs to know thyself so yeah. You guys are not going to be around to pick her up all the time. She's got to learn to stand on her own 2 feet. And if you can find another place to live, I really think that it would benefit a lot. I think you guys need to disappear on this guy. I really do. I think you need to disappear. Okay? That makes sense? Can somebody say something so I know that it's not frozen on my phone too? Okay, so I haven't had any movement on my phone for 3 minutes. Well, since everything is locked up, I'm going to try closing this one down and starting another one. How does that sound? Okay. And then we could talk some more if you guys want to, because my phone is not moving anymore either. So I'm gonna close this one down and I'm gonna start another one up. So give me 1 minute. It doesn't take any time at all to reboot back up, okay? So I will be back in a minute. It did this to me 3 times yesterday.